And welcome back to Third Age Total War, the massive overhaul submod. When last we left our Silvan Elves, we had just seized control of Austin Gale. We had just defeated an army in Framsburg. However, I discovered later, when invading Framsburg and Celeburg and Dol Guldur, that I discovered that my sound quality had, thanks to something I really couldn't have predicted, my sound quality had gone to hell. And my personal audio quality ended up sounding utterly terrible. So I've opted not to post those videos. That said, if you do want to see the conquest of Celeburg, Framsburg, and Dol Guldur, let me know in the comments or wherever, because I still have the raw recordings of those events, and I can definitely edit them. It's just you will have to tolerate really awful sound quality. So do let me know.
My lord.
And with all that said, let's get it. I haven't really recorded in like 2 weeks. So let's get a bearing on the situation. First of all, yes, we captured Dol Guldur. It's now renamed to Amon Lunk. The elven name for the hill that it's built upon. As you can see here, Legolas's army is rather beat up. It's I hired a couple of units of Silvan volunteers to help. Hilariously, they absorbed the least casualties of all the units, of all the melee troops, it seems like. Well, except the spearmen. The spearmen are, even though the spearmen only have 17 defense to the swordsman's 21, or the volunteers' 21 as well, they suffer the least casualties. I don't quite understand that, really. Because their stats seem to indicate that they would fare pretty poor. They would fare poorer than the swordsmen, but in combat, they're always the ones that suffer the least casualties among their fellows.
For the light.
Also, I was doing some looking up. The King of the Silvan Elves, whatchamacallit, retinue, I can't remember what they're called. Auxiliaries? Anyway, tell you what it takes to restore the ancient elven kingdom. And I unfortunately discovered that I need Roscoe in order to do it. And the Elves of Lorien took it. Now, we could be lucky and these orcs will take it out, but that's unlikely. So, instead, we're probably going to have to maybe take this village here in the Gladden Marshes and trade it to the elves, trade it to Lorien for Roscoe. And then all we would need after that is to construct a Florister Guild in Dol Guldur and a Great Dance Guild in Thranduil's Halls. I believe we're a bit away from that because because Thranduil's Halls needs to upgrade its settlement type in order for me to get the Great Dance Hall. So even then we're quite a bit away from getting the Elven Kingdom. Oh, hello, Black Numenorian Barracks. I can just sell this because I can't use it. I'm checking these buildings because the Mordor and the other evil factions often have buildings that you can't use yourself, and will just cost a small amount of upkeep for you. So, so what I'm going to do is going to break down these Black Numenorian barracks for over 1,000 gold here. That'll be nice. I'm also building an artist studio here because it has almost no elven culture, just 3%, and I need a lot of elven culture to reinforce. But once I have it, though, Dol Guldur has can build the best barracks and the best archery ranges. So right away, because it's a citadel. So I'll be able to make I'll be able to make strong troops from it right off the bat. You know, it's nice. Port? But I'm not even sure. Anyway. With all that said, I'm gonna save. Silvan Elves 1 seems like a fitting save slot for my recent victory that you missed. And we'll see you next turn. I forgot about you again. Oh, candidate for adoption. Well, I guess we can invite Phelan here into the family. We need more governors wait, what? After all, Aren, a first step on the way to restore a new great Sindarin kingdom is done. It's the I guess that's the message for the conquest of Amon Lank.
Would you wish to speak to me,
My lord.
Lank. Anyway,
Swiftly.
that's not going into the fortress. There we go. Yeah, your path is blocked. End of turn report. Got a lot of money. Agent found. Guess I found a dwarven spy. And yeah, there he is. Hello, Dory. Hey, you have a lot of subterfuge there. Why can't my spies be that good? Mine always die. Anyway. Trait increase. Barathon of Eminifwin is now officially its governor. He gains that trait. He also has gained the March Ward in Eastern Mirkwood, which increases his line of sight and decreases the squalor and that'll increase the population growth, which is nice. Because all my populations are really tiny. Oh, Tower for Lynn has its mines now. So now we're all mined up. And the Leodholt has its vineyards, so now we can build a spy. Make a spy. Train a spy. I know technical terms. Also, Dale has declared war on the Orcs of Gundabad, even though, you know, they'll never really be within striking distance of each other. There you are.
Yes,
Phelan, you can go to... No, actually, you can stay in Celeborg, can't you? Also, we have a new mission from the Council of Mobiles. We have... Mobiles. Oh my gosh, I am mispronouncing everything today. Council of Nobles to take Mavelberg there. So I think that's what we're going to do. In the event that Mavelberg is attacked, though, I'm liable to just retreat from it, because it's not really a defensible position by any means.
Elves.
Let's see. Yeah, these will be enough. Just a bunch of peasants, anyway.
Stay alert.
Now watch, we get ambushed by orcs. That would be just our luck, right?
Elven warriors. Swiftly.
Or just my luck, anyway. I don't know about your luck. Framsburg is going to be a real work. I need 2,500 population. I only have 1,300 in order to start building like proper buildings that will improve its culture and everything. Because unlike a lot of the Elven regions, it does not have a Bear Areen Les Galen in it, so it won't naturally gain culture, which is bad, because I could use the extra culture. Definitely could use it. Also to figure out, because I want to take this new settlement here in Dorlingvar. You know, before Rohan here. Yes, Rohan has really stretched its sphere of influence this far to the east. I imagine we'll lose it to Mordor, though. The brown lands are just really widespread and really far away from Rohan's heartland, which is here. So, that will limit its defensibility. I don't know why I'm saying so much, but it must be really annoying for you. I do not apologize.
Onward!
You keep going.
At ease!
Anything else I can build? We're doing here. Yeah, you have a barrier in Liskelen. Selleberg does not, though. Let's find ourselves some lore, then. The Carrack looks like it will work. It provides expanded building capacities, whatever that means. And public order bonus due to law plus 10%. The Carrack, which has a typo because it doubles itself, repeats itself. The Carrack was located about 25 miles north of the old forest road that ran from the Misty Mountains through Mirkwood. It was a great stone peak in the middle of the river. On the western side of the Carrack, there's a high cliff, and the river was strong. But on the eastern side, there was a ford of stepping stones leading from the Carrack to the riverbank. At the base of the Carrack, on the eastern side, there was a shallow cave with a pebbly floor. A flight of stone steps climbed up the Carrack to the top, where there was a small flat space. The stairs were made by Bjorn, who lived nearby on the eastern side of the Anduin. It was he who named the island the Carrack. Bjorn sometimes visited the Carrack at night in the form of a bear. That description also repeats the words the Carrack way too many times. Nah, that's just weak writing. You know, I could boost my population growth if I drop my tax rates, couldn't I? I'll probably worry about that in a bit. I definitely could. I mean, it's not like I need... Oh, see? Irene Runen already has low taxes. Probably Austin... I'll do Austin Gale. I'm not gonna lose too much income from dropping these tax rates a lot. Rakyaberg, we'll do you too. Because the other thing is that once I start getting near the limit, my population growth could drop to 0, and that would be bad. Lingvar, how am I going to invade you? How shall I invade you? First, let's check to the south. Yeah, these are definitely Rohan territory. That's pretty surprising. Alright, we are going to save. Hope that the orcs don't decide to ransack Framsburg. And I'll catch you next turn. Alright, let's see what we got. And turn report. I'm over 10,000 now. What? New family member, Silvan Elves, Treebeard. What? It doesn't even appear on the family tree. Must be one of my general's children. Treebeard. What? Oh, whatever. Let's see. Anything interesting be trained? What? Alright, you spy, you're gonna have to start learning the tricks of your trade, because quietly observant is not a sufficient, it's not a sufficient level of, mastery of your trade. Hostilities have ceased between Dale of Rune. That won't last long. Relations have improved with Dale, where they're now good. And my relations with the Orcs of Gundabad have worsened. They're now poor.
Come, my brothers.
Randall.
Follow me.
Oh! I can build a Florister Guild now, it looks like. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me check something. No, I can't. Still need to upgrade Thranduil's hulls. But that'll happen sooner rather than later. It needs 5,000 population, has very good growth rates. And when that's done, the Waith Linidir's Mereth, I pronounced that horribly. The Great Dance Guild, however, will be buildable. And then the Elven Kingdom will definitely be ours. Because the Florister Guild can be built at Amon Lank now. Amon Lank. I guess we'll build some archery ranges there.
Elven warriors.
You can head into Austin Gale. Because the Orc army is, I think, right next to Amon Lank, actually, and just went invisible. But, yeah, I just don't want them attacking Austin Gale and seizing it from me suddenly. So we'll err on the side of caution.
Come on! Elves!
Alright, so now we're going to take Mayfieldburg.
Assail them!
Alright.
Lay it to ruins!
Now we launch the assault, because there's no need to build siege weapons. And Captain... what's his name? Phalion! He doesn't look like an elf at all. Will perish this day.
To their underworld!
There stood the House of the Golden Flower, who bear a rayed sun upon their shield, and their chief Glorfindel. The Book of Lost Tales 2, Fall of Gondolin. Now that reminds me, I played an old Minecraft adventure map before they had the adventure features. That actually depicted the Fall of Gondolin. It was pretty cool. That was pretty darn cool. Anyway, that's just a brief digression. And we'll position ourselves on this side of town. And, okay, that was really freaky facing. Well, I guess you were facing that way already. Whatever. Okay. This mini ridge out here ought to be a good position. March you here. And put the spearmen here to charge out when they're ready. Stop running all silly, you people. Yeah, I know that some people complain that the aesthetics of the Lord of the Rings movies, don't really match, the descriptions from Tolkien's books. But I don't think it makes the aesthetics themselves bad. It just makes them different and not true to the lore, which in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. The elves are definitely more typical of modern fantasy fiction that depicts elves rather than Tolkien's fiction. But I don't know. I think it's a tolerable deviation. Thranduil's regiment is not in range. They're arching all their backs to shoot. What about you? Yeah, you are too. That's a special ability, Swiftness. Oh, it's the same as Legolas's. It says it stops time and allows for the quick movement of troops. I'm not really sure about that, though. It doesn't seem to work like that. Certain buildings do actually count as physical objects here, but, like this large church-esque building counts as a actually counts as a physical object for archers to shoot over, unlike say these low houses, which do not. There's some more random fun facts about how this engine works. Okay. You guys actually should run over there. Well, as well as you. Just in case they need help. Don't want to lose too many of the archer guard, after all. They are invaluable troops. The peasant axemen, yes. Peasant axemen are, of course, actually skirmishers. They throw javelins, then use their axes. Let's see how they shoot here. Alright. Decided to speed it up a bit there. Most of the enemy force has been wiped out. 80% casualties from arrows alone. Now we're going to have the javelins move in, as well as the spearmen move in on this flank. We'll keep the archer guard back because it can't replenish it. But we will have Thranduil join the fight. You guys should probably run forward, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're coming to challenge us. Oh! Oh, wow, that ended badly for them. Holy crap. They took like 3 volleys of javelins before they even got to shoot. Yeah, this is what I mean about javelins being deadly. Alright, we're gonna order our troops forward now. The javelins are, as you can tell, actually considerably less deadly against, 6 guys. This gives us a lot less targets to hit. Oh, but never mind, they just wiped them out. Half of them. And Thranduil's running out ahead of his rest of his men. Yay. Huh, interesting that their axes out instead of their javelin. I can't tell what they're holding. You, sir, are holding a bow, not a sword. Thank you. I really don't care if he produces his bow by produces his sword by magic. Just holy shit! Just do javelins into them at point-blank range. What in the world? Make them pay for their insolence. Hit them.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Where did Thranduil vanish off to anyway? I lost track of him after he ran in. Oh, there he is. Found him. He just... Ooh! Oh, he just pulled off a really badass kill just now.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
I'm assuming that the enemy general just got, like, barely brushed by a spear and kind of just collapsed dead because he was such a weakling. Or it seems like at least it seems like the most reasonable explanation for why he would just kind of flop over dead when there's one guy next to him. Alright, just these guys left. 12. 11. 9. 8. 7. I think we just managed to avoid taking any casualties despite Thranduil's troops taking a bunch of javelins to the face.
This is a clear victory.
Guess elves have superior defenses against javelins to the face. Yep, we took no casualties. And we even got some experience for the Archer Guard and Thranduil's regiment. I'm most disappointed at how little experience infantry seems to get. Only in mining and building have we surpassed the old days. Glowin, Dwarven Lord to Frodo. Many meetings. Dwarven. The Dwarven Lord. Mayfieldburg is now ours, and I think we get a unit for it? Right?
We protect the elven lands. Enter it.
Right, we'll occupy the settlement. Oh yay, we got Mirkwood Stuckers. Yay. Right. Because those are definitely our best units. There's 2 silver mines in the Misty Mountains here. Fascinating. The Misty Mountains have been changed from the base game, incidentally. In the base Third Age Total War, the Misty Mountains are actually a line of a double line of mountains with essentially a passable valley in the middle, which essentially gives the orcs of the Misty Mountains a pretty strong advantage in being able to funnel their own troops. Well, actually, there's both advantage and disadvantage in some ways, but essentially allowing them to funnel their troops along the center of the range. Now the range has been changed into a series of passes. Oh, here's Goblin Town with his ugly Lord Burrs. And the Warg Riders. Warg Riders are the only cavalry, only true cavalry that the orcs of the Misty Mountains and Gundabad get. And let's just say they're really poor. I once had a unit of like 100 wargs charge Legolas, and he didn't take a single loss to them. He just slaughtered them all. Now we got to figure out how we're going to do this defensive.
I'm gonna stick you.
Fortunately, the orcs can't produce any trolls yet, I don't think. So that works in our favor defensively for Mayfieldburg, at least until we can get its population up. And we'll build a town watch for you, but we don't have enough culture there. I guess we'll end the turn. I think I'll run for another turn, and then I'll end this particular episode. It's probably going to be a little short, but I've always wanted shorter videos than I've been producing. This was just a side effect of a game of this kind.
By the light of Elbereth!
And, yeah. And I forgot my diplomat again. Oh! The orcs of Gundabad are besieging Framsburg.
We must defend these lands!
Oh, Phelan is now as a wife. I'm trying to send an emissary out to Rohan. Again. Let's see what you're facing me with. Just a bunch of weaklings, it looks like. The goblins really are kind of weak. I mean, my numbers are a little low here. I may have to withdraw from Framsburg simply by virtue of the fact that my forces were weakened by the original invasion. But, I'm gonna start building barracks here in Withyboard. We're 3 turns out from starting to reinforce from there. I may be able to repulse this attack on Framsburg, but I may have to abandon the position regardless, even if I win. End of turn report. Okay. Good. Dirt roads are complete at Selleberg. Good. That means my trading's improved. Let's get some farming. Okay. Relations report. Okay. And marriage celebrations. Phelan, alas. Interesting. The hills of Rudar are controlled by Ariador, I believe. Let's see, where's your nearest river crossing? There you are. You cross the river. Because we need to get a sense of where the orcs in the Misty Mountains are.
Your orders.
And you head down through Fangorn, actually. I'm not sure if we're going to run to... Oh, son of a gun! You know what?